pressure.
This is my guest Kelly. We are trying to stand up. We're trying to get her to her training show, which she has scheduled at the end of the month. So sweet.
This is my brand new baby, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
She's like 20 minutes old.
Yeah.
And yes,
Are this crazy?
she has her training day shows up for June.
There might still be time to back out. I don't know.
Just kidding.
And then I have a brand new baby, Sarah. Did I miss anybody?
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
I have a friend,
You don't know who she is?
I was sitting here thinking that I don't call her baby until she's a sponsor.
Right.
All that lingo. So she's my friend, Jamie.
She's checking us out. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
She's about to be a Duke today.
Right. Well, and I want to introduce Ashley. Ashley, the queen of the television up here. This is my daughter, my real daughter. And my premier baby. But she has been a jeweler for a while, but she has been out of training for a long time because she's been in college and had Monday night classes. So she is back with us.
Yeah, keep pants on.
This is my new jeweler, Monica. I love her. And then everybody knows
And don't y'all love our shirts?
Yes.
Do you see our shirts?
Yes.
Stand up, stand up. We got these because we're corny that way. You know, we went on the Joy of Leadership trip. Tammy Birdie was there, back there, but she don't like t-shirts.
She didn't want to hear it.
She doesn't want to be included.
She has taste.
Yeah, this table was like really.
Yes, we did the total airbrush 80s t-shirt. Okay, so if y'all want to have fun like that, y'all just keep hanging out, okay?
At least you was there too.
Huh? I don't know about those
Really good
t-shirts.
picture.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, two ladies back there who went.
Yes.
That was just flash.
yeah, they stayed away from us. So,
Okay.
well, thank y'all for coming tonight. I'll turn it over to these lovely ladies.
So we're going, Judy, come up here. Well, actually, all my leaders, Shirley, get up here.
Mindy.
I can't, I'm a leader. Sorry, husband's trying to get me.
Oh no, we have it. It worked. So just play.
Oh, I can just push the button now.
Yes. So don't worry about what's playing on it. It's the only way to get the music on a CD. It's just pictures from Haven.
Okay, now you tell me how you do that.
Just hit play, and it's just going to be the music. So listen, we're going to do some fun recognitions. And you're going to have to remember what you did from last month, which was April's accounting period. So you'll stand up, and then you'll come up here, and we have some fun treats tonight. What does this say?
Go Diva.
Huh?
Go Diva.
Good job. Or Go Diva. Go Diva. So we got some Go Diva chocolates for our girls that rocked out this month. Alright, so we're going to start with anybody that did a show. I want you to stand up. So you did a show in April. Stand up. If you did 2 shows, keep standing. If you did 3 or more. Alright, ladies, come on up. Go up and give us a high Alright, now we're going to look at the hot retailers. If you had a show over 500, stand up. Alright, all y'all come up here. You had a show over 500, come up here. That's awesome.
go for the
Give me two. Give me mine. Oh, we had different places. Here, I'll go to the back.
I'm gonna throw in that baby insert.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't have any good with it, or
I didn't know what to do.
okay, my bad.
I thought I was gonna do.
She did 7 shows. Okay, now, anybody sponsored in April, if you had a new jeweler, then you and your baby need to come to the line. Okay. Now we're gonna do, okay. If anybody shared the business, did an OP with someone, during the month of April, brought them the fund to share, anything like that, if you did, one, stand up. If you had two, anybody share with 2 people? Alright, y'all come through, let's do more.
There's another dinner.
And if you win jewelry at Rally, can someone look out in the audience and show me how to do that? And how do you not win? You don't go. Okay.
I never get started like that.
Yeah. Right. If you don't like do a cartwheel or practically do a flip when you win something, you're not gonna get it. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna recognize anyone that had a birthday in the month of April. Anybody today? May birthday? I think we did April birthdays last month, but May birthdays can come on through. Are you talking about premier birthdays or real birthdays? If you are here, it's yours. Your birthday? Your birthday? Alright. Now I know that we had a lot of people recognized in the update, so if you were recognized, stand up and we want you to tell us what you were recognized for. You might know what you were recognized for. Shirley, I know, Jennifer, we were not yet. Big Bird medal. Y'all can come to the line. Y'all heard it, you made yourself in the update. You know what? We didn't get this tonight. We didn't get home because you signed up. I didn't get this. I opened that out. You're there for none. You're there for none. I just saw it. She's rally ready. Okay, and I know Shirley was in the update for Jones Rookie. She'll be in there next month for Builder, but she also made number 14 in the Southeast for retail. Alright, now we're going to do our Bling Queen recognition. Does everybody have their points chart?
Before we do that, I missed Allison. Allison is a brand new baby jeweler. She came out of Fun Share. And Nona, her I didn't catch her.
I said, "There's the line." Okay. Do you have their point chart? Okay, raise your hand if you got them. Hold them up. We can look at them.
Well, do you
Fill it out. You gotta clean them. Is your name on here? Write your name on here. I'll give it back to you. Yours is on there. And this is a chart. If you do not have it, you can print it off of mine or Brooke's website. It's Building That Counts. And then you just track your points for each month. And then we will crown you. But it's basically so you can check your activity to know if you're wanting to grow a business. It'll tell you if you're having, maintaining, building, or your leadership level. Oh. Anyone else have one? No? Anyone else know their points and just forgot their sheet? Okay. We got gold, we're gonna go from here. Alright. Alright. I think it's going to be. Nobody else has one, right? We're not missing anybody? Alright. Then Karen, Mary. Somebody's not gonna take a picture of all of us in our house. Yeah.
Alright, ladies.
Oh, you know what? We don't need to do it tomorrow.
Alright, ladies, I'm so excited to be back with you this month and to see y'all. We have a great group, and I just truly enjoy being back here and having us all back together and just getting to meet and getting to know new faces and having our groups together. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. We have a few announcements this month. First, I'm going to pass out our prayer journal. All right, can somebody donate a pen to the prayer journal? Thank you. Y'all make sure that Stan gets her pen back. This is Stan's pen. It's coming up to Stan. That's my favorite. It's her favorite pen. This is the prayer journal, so you know, the pressure. What I do, I send out the prayer requests. We have 4 people at home office that pray over our needs, and I think that's a wonderful thing that Premier offers to us. So I send those out to Jan at the home office typically, so I email our list to. She prays over those needs, and then I pray over them weekly too. So if you have needs, write them in here. If you don't want to share specifics, you can just put your name in unspoken, and then God will know what that is. And if you will just do me a favor and write your name, your first and your last name, that would be awesome. Okay, and all right, next we're going to do our calendar call out. And I know this is going to be a little new, but what do we have the first Monday of the month?
New dealer training.
New dealer training, awesome. The second Monday of the month.
Training.
Are y'all here? Y'all got it. I'm so proud. And then the fourth Monday is
Fun to share.
Fun to Share. Who was at Fun to Share last month? Okay, Fun to Share is awesome. We'll talk about it in a second. But for May, there's a couple of differences. So Fun to Share is actually next week. Is next week May 19th?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, May's flying by. And it's next week just due to Memorial Day. I didn't figure y'all have a really easy time getting people to Fun to Share on Memorial Day. So we moved it up a week. And then June, it's normal. So the first Monday of June is New Dealer Training. June 2nd. The second Monday is June 9th, that's training. And then the fourth Monday is my mom's birthday, June 23rd, and it is at my house. Fun to share, she's gonna kill me, that's all right. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So, okay, so what we do, fun to share, for those of you that didn't make it, y'all, we had an amazing night that night. Your golden ticket in the door to my house is just a friend. So just bring a guest with you. And for those ladies that came, it is not a high pressure thing. It is a very kind of welcoming, you're just coming in my home, you're having dinner with your girlfriends. I try to do a fun element with that. So last month, every lady that came, they got to pick a piece of jewelry, and y'all was current jewelry. I had a few retired pieces mixed in there that were like some really good pieces, but it was great. They were good pieces of jewelry in there, necklaces. It wasn't like, it was good jewelry. So if the husband comes, the husband can pick jewelry too. So basically, the wife gets 2 pieces. And then I also did a drawing for the jeweler that brought the most. It was Brianna, wasn't it? Where'd you go? And I got so excited at Fun to Share, I forgot to do the drawing that night, but Candy reminded me before we left. So we drew. And it's just a drawing for a gift card, what we did last month. And it was a random gift card. My husband had just filled up my SUV and said, we're getting a gas gift card because it costs $80. So we do plan to do something each and every time like that. It was a lot of fun. We just kind of fellowshiped, had a great time. I share the business just in a very relaxed kind of way. And then we do drawings, and then we also do a drawing. We really ate a lot of food, and we did a drawing also for the guests that were there. And I didn't do it in a pressure type way. I gave them a few days if they had a jeweler number. Within a few days, we did a drawing for $100. Isn't that what we did?
Yes.
$100 for jewelry.
Allison won.
So to help those new jewelers, and I gave them like 3 or 4 days to pray over it. Talk it over with their husband too. So again, it's not a high pressure thing. It's a lot of fun. So, all right. Do we have any guests that were at New Jeweler that were at the Fun to Share? I know we have Janie that was there. Allison was there. Sarah was there. Any other guests that were there this past time? So did y'all enjoy it? Okay. So guys, bring people. I love having people in my home, and I love having you guys there and just sharing that time. All right. Haven of Hope dates are October 9th through 12th. Go ahead and kind of pencil that in on your calendar. This is something that is for designers.
No, builders and up.
Okay, just kidding. Builders and up. And you have to sponsor 2 people and hold 18 shows in order to qualify. And once you qualify, you get to register. And Haven of Hope is an amazing experience. Candy and I went on a trip, and we just came back fired up. So we get to go with our upline leadership, which is like all the way up, and it's going to be a great time, okay? All right, next we have we have Mom's Night Out coming up this Saturday. Who's excited about that? Okay, we just wanted to do something fun for you guys. I really do enjoy getting to know y'all and just making friendships. So that is all that it's about, just building friendships and just having a time. When was the last time you went with your girlfriends to the movies?
It's going to be hysterical.
And it was funny. I looked on Fandango today, and they're only out through Thursday, so I'm hoping that 2 days from now, they'll be out through Saturday. So I'm looking at, we're definitely doing the evening, because all of our kids have stuff in baseball and stuff during the day. So it's definitely going to be in the evening to work around sports. I am looking at either Hamilton Mill or probably Mall of Georgia, just depending on what times they offer. So I will look at that in the next couple of days. As soon as Fandango opens up Saturday's schedule, I will let y'all know.
Hamilton Mill's a little cheaper than the mall.
Oh, okay.
It's cheaper.
Ashley says Hamilton Mill's cheaper than the mall, so I'll shoot for that. I didn't know that. We don't go to the movies that much, being a family of 6. So. All right. We have a premier family fun event. It is June 28th, and Tammy is hosting that, and we will give you guys more details. If you are on the Diva calendar, you got it. If you are on the Woodward Wow calendar, you don't have it. So put that down, June 28th.
It'll be cookout and pool.
Cookout and pool here at Tammy. It's your whole family. And that's just another fun thing that we can do. Okay, so our challenge that we have right now, did y'all get my little teaser? Hello? Okay, so we have, I'm very excited about this one. How many of y'all love the 10-day booking challenge? Woo-hoo! Okay, it really kick-started a lot of people's businesses and just recharged it, brought it to a new level. So we have decided to do for you guys a 10-day sponsoring challenge. A lot of people have asked. They're ready for another one, so we're going to do that for y'all, and I'll pass this around in just a second. But it is just like the 10-day booking challenge we just completed. Each day you'll have a challenge. You're just going to email me your results before midnight. My email address is on here. And you're going to get a ticket into a drawing for each OP you schedule. So my husband read this and he was like, they have to hold an OP every day? I was like, no. Schedule. For each one you schedule. And then all the OPs must be dated for either May or June. Okay? And the email should include the date and the place of the OP and the prospect's name. Okay?
OP means opportunity presentation when you share the business for the people.
Yeah. Okay, and then right here it says if you are new to sponsoring, we would encourage you to take your upline leader with you to the OPs. So if you're doing this challenge, you need to talk to your upline leader about when she can go with you so that you just schedule them with her. Okay? Because I know I do those with my first levels and it's not a big deal at all. We're going to draw a winner every single day and mail you guys a surprise. So I know last time I mailed a gift card every single day to somebody, and that was a lot of fun. How many of y'all won a gift card from our last challenge? Yeah, that was a lot. So it's a lot of fun, and I will announce the winners each day the following day, unless I have a puking child and just don't start sending me ugly emails. I'll get it. And there are two ways that you can approach scheduling an OP. You can either just approach someone, kind of like I did Beth. I want to pick on her a minute. I just said, I think you'd be great at what I do. I mean, I just did. I think you'd be great at what I do. I just thought she had a great heart and great potential, and I was about to throw up when I said that to her, but I did. And and just say I would love to go over what Premier has to offer. I mean, all she could have said to me was no, but I'm really glad I said that to her because she said yes, and we've become really good friends through Premier. The other way that you can approach someone is if you have a friend. So if you're just trying to kind of learn sponsoring, and especially if you want to come to Fun to Share, this is another thing you can do. You just say, hey girl, my ticket in the door is you. You got to come with me. So you can just be a referral for me. Okay? And so that's for people who you really don't think are necessarily interested, but they really can be a referral center for you because they know people you don't know. So that's a referral approach. So if you're on the phone, because you know so many people I don't know, I would love to share what I do because I'm just trying to grow my business. So if we can just get together, maybe you know people that it can help so that you can help me that way. So a lot of your friends do want to help you. They may not want to do career, but they want to help you. So that's another approach. And I wrote that here for you. And here are the challenges. The first one starts tomorrow. Don't freak out. The first one is just listening to the Draper opportunity. And I want you taking notes and kind of really listening and thinking, okay, what would I use from this to share the business with someone? So it's kind of learning how to share the business. Okay? And then each day you can see so the second day is just to schedule an OP with a friend. And then the next day is schedule one with a family member. And you're thinking, what? I don't have any family members that like me. Okay. Well, if you don't know someone who fits these categories, then just be creative. Just schedule them with anybody. I mean, take the lady that checks you out at the grocery store every day, give her a hug and say, girl, you my sister. So, now you're family member. So just do whatever. I don't care. This is just for fun to make it creative. And then there is an extra credit down here. There's a little extra credit one. There's an amazing training on sponsoring. Number 2 sponsor in the nation, Jennifer Norton. It begins with an N. Newton. Yeah. Oh, I was like, I hear somebody. I put how to find her training. I recently watched it, and my word, I started taking some of the things that she's using and implementing them, and into my jewelry shows. And I mean, I'm having at least 2 people each jewelry show that are checking yes, or yeah, can we meet over coffee, or yeah, I'd love to come to training, or I'd love to come to Fun Share. So it's really helped my business tremendously. All right, so y'all are thinking, well, that sounds great, but what are the prizes? So, okay, so there are actually, I know it's the 10-day challenge, but because I gave you extra credit, there's 11 challenges. Yeah. So you just need to complete 8 out of the 11, or if you're really good, you can complete all 11. There's nothing wrong with that. But everyone who completes at least 8 will be placed into a drawing to win $100 cash. And each jeweler that sponsors a new jeweler with a boutique between today. Wait, do we have someone in here?
Mindy.
Yeah, what?
Each jeweler that sponsors a new jeweler with a boutique starting today, going through June 27th, will get to go with me to get their nails rally ready on Sunday, July 26th. So mark that out, and it's my treat.
July 6th.
July 26th?
July 6th. That was not what I just said. July 6th.
She meant post rally running.
The Sunday before rally, because somebody told me their nail salon was open on Sunday, so we'll just have to go there. We'll have to find somewhere. So we're going to go get a mani-pedi, and that is my treat for everyone who sponsors from then to then. All right? Now, and just think about 8 out of the 11 challenges. That is doable. You're just calling. It's just one person a day setting that up. There's 2 trainings to listen to, and they're all pre-recorded, so you can do it in the middle of the night in your pajamas. You can do it in the morning while you're doing dishes, whatever. And then your name goes into a drawing. I will tell you, when we finish all this, the number of people who actually complete each thing is not huge. So you're not, if you each do this and just be consistent with it, it will make a huge difference in your business. Who did this? Laurie Ray?
No, Francine Ivy.
Oh, Francine Ivy. Yes.
And they've since they've done it, they've already added 14. I think there's been 14 new people.
Yeah. She did it in March, so she emailed me the information. Candy had seen it on our page and Facebook.
How many people have already hit rookie?
Yeah, she's
and
got
builders?
brand new jewelers hitting Rookie Club and Builders. She has added 14 people just since March. It has done a phenomenal thing for her team of girls.
Right, which means her girls are earning lots of free jewelry.
Yeah. So we kept seeing the updates. We're in a Haven Facebook group. We kept seeing the updates and we're like, okay, this looks good. So I got the information from her and I just copied all her stuff and she said that was totally okay. And I added a mani-pedi because. All right. Okay, so the last thing on my list here is rally registration. Rally registration is this week. It is Thursday, 9 o'clock.
Every year I go looking for a rally, and every year I end up here.
Okay, I totally remember you, but did you ever find your way?
Yeah, this is not Fort Worth because I had seen some cowboy. There's no big cow behind my hotel, and there ain't no water garden out that window.
Okay, well, this isn't Fort Worth, this is
Well, I don't know why they would decide to move rally to this house when Andy's house is so much bigger. Andy's house has a huge auditorium where everybody can sit, and his house is so much bigger than this one. So, whatever. So, I've got to find my group because they need me. They're pretty lost without me. So, have you seen them?
no, your group, no.
Yeah, my group.
No.
They need me because I'm a four gemstone something or other. They're looking for me because they're lost, but they're saving me some seats. So I need to find them.
Okay, well, what's the name of your group?
We're the Double D. Yeah, we got signs. We're the They're way up those stairs though, y'all. That's a long way to go. When my premier told me to make sure I wore my best, most comfortable shoes because I was going to do it all like walking. I tell you what, these babies, they take me to She told me where my best shoes. Is anybody else Listen, my back, I gotta get up those stairs to my seat, my girl's waiting on me, but my back is hurting.
I'm really, really afraid to ask why your back hurting.
Yes, I told you, my girls, they're mine, and so they're really smart. We are saving money on this trip. We're paying like $10 each for our hotel. So we are sleeping 4 to a bed. We're packed in there like sardines, but we love each other. So, you know, you take an elbow to the placenta or to the side a few times, and it makes a rough start for the next day.
Well, okay, when we talk about cutting cloth, I don't really think
Oh,
to a bed.
Hold on. Is today Patriotic Day?
No.
Me and Andy, we both love America. And me and Andy, because we love America, you know, we're like this. We're actually like this because we're like that with America too. That's me and Andy in America. So I gotta get ready so Andy knows that I love America. Andy, thinking I don't love America. Where's your America stuff? Like a Nazi or something?
Well,
No, me and Andy, because we love America so much, we just double it up right there on our heads. We just I'm ready.
but no, I'm not a Nazi. So it's not really. Okay, so America Day is the Saturday of rally, and this isn't rally. This is training.
Oh, I gotta get ready. Can you hold my mirror for me? I gotta get my lipstick on.
What are you getting ready for?
Because Mr. Appreciation is gonna call my name, and when he calls my name, I gotta give him a big old kiss. So I've got to get ready. You got it on the wrong side, man. So, Mr. Appreciation, when he calls my name, I'm gonna give him a great big kiss. You can put it down now. I'm
Making sure you were straight.
So I'm gonna give him a big old kiss because, you know, I heard Andy got married this year, but I think Mr. Appreciation, he might be single. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna give him a big kiss. I'm gonna get my picture made. So when I get the picture made, do I look all right?
Yeah, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. Maybe.
Listen, I know. Listen, I remember you from last year, and I have to tell you. Hold on, I got my glasses back on because this light. I've been practicing, and I think I have mastered the souffle.
This souffle.
Yeah, you know the Cupid souffle. Because, listen, I see all those ladies every year with their cute souffle moves, and I'm just like, I had to practice and learn it, so I'm gonna do it this year.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well,
I'll teach you.
I think I'm ready to sit
Come on.
down.
Okay, so first, the music comes on, and everybody just like screams. They're just so excited.
So y'all give her a hand when she comes back. She did an awesome job with that. But y'all seriously, rally is a lot of fun. We have a blast there. April's been a couple of times with us, and we always have a lot of fun. She doesn't sleep towards her bed. I think her and Mindy share bed. If their husbands don't come. But it is a lot of fun. Y'all definitely need to make every effort to go. If you want to grow and succeed and go far in this business, Rally is the place you need to be. We sent out a few emails to help you guys kind of plan and brainstorm. There are all different kind of ways you can save money for it. And I had a great idea from one of our leadership, I don't remember, but just saying how you can pay for your rally registration, I guess now, because that'll be next week, and then you can do your airfare next month, and then your hotel, it won't be due until you're at rally. If you split a room with 3 to 4 girls, that really does cut down your costs tremendously. And I've tried to help pair some of you girls up. So if anyone else has not emailed me and needs a hookup with a group, then you just let me know that. You've got Dollars for Dallas. If you are in the RSVP, there's your way. We got the retired list tonight. Tammy was passing that around. You can have a sample sell off your table, and use that money towards rally too. So if you have other questions about that, then just let any of your leadership know, and we will be happy to talk to you. If you're kind of on the edge and not sure, then just let us know too, because y'all, it is an amazing experience, and you have 30% off of your normal 50% in free jewelry. Does that make sense? Okay. There's free jewelry giveaways. There is all kind of stuff. You get to play in it. You get to meet the missionaries, which is my favorite thing, and just a lot of fun. Okay. All right. So next, I think, do we have any more announcements? Can I ask a question?
What do you recommend for the new jewelers that are still paying off this?
Right.
Do you want more with them as far as rally?
Are you doing show? Have you done any shows yet?
I just had my training show on Saturday, and I've got 4 shows in the books already, so.
Schedule shows. If you've got shows on your calendar,
Yes.
you're a working jeweler, then I
Yes.
think it's definitely worth it. If you are a non-working jeweler, then I would just talk privately to your premier upline, maybe after training, and we can kind of work through. But I know we have some really good, strong working new jewelers in here, and I think it would definitely benefit you guys. So you will pay it back.
I just bought a ticket this week for $231 going into Dallas Love, so there's still room.
And just if you're splitting a room, it's roughly $500. That's with airfare and everything. If that helps.
That's with the room and.
If you split a room, yeah. And I know if you're taking candies,
What's total cost of it? Sorry.
it's roughly $500 depending on airfare if you split a room. And I know Tammy and Candy, they try to help their girls too, and then I'm trying to help my girls, and then we can definitely cross. That's what we're kind of looking. So if y'all have empty and we have empty, we'll try to fit everybody. We're trying. So
Another thing for anybody that hasn't been to Rally yet, you might want to talk about the wardrobe, because some jewelers go over the top on bringing a lot or buying too much. The first day is usually, depending on what seating section you're in, it's color coded.
yeah.
Friday is whatever you want to wear that's within limits, and then Saturday is your red, white, and blue.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's typically stuff that once you're on the rally list, we give you all of the details of everything you need to know.
You
I
really,
know some
we
jewelers
pack and
do
carry on.
shopping. Yeah.
Okay,
You forgot the joyful gems.
I forgot the Joyful Gems. I'm sorry, Candy. Remind me. Joyful Gems.
It's
It's our promotion for May. It's our awesome promotion in May that they are doing. And if someone can help with those details, I'd really appreciate it. It's really sponsored.
Linda, you were telling me.
Yeah, to get, is it the bracelet or the necklace, get one piece, you have to have one of 2 things. Either sponsor somebody or have 5 shows that retail $2,500. If you do both of those, you get both pieces.
That's right.
From
Yes.
April 26th until May calendar.
Yes,
Just
you
the May
just triggered my brain. May's birthday, May.
Today is John's birthday.
Yes, today.
Today. Oh.
Yes, that's why my husband said it.
Okay, yes, thanks. So Candy has a special,
Well, thank my beautiful husband, Chris Fabulous, for putting these together. But everybody will get one of these. I'll start passing them out. But we basically put together a cute little flower for everyone. Here, hold that. Yeah, it's not break it. But it says, because today is Joan's birthday, And it says, as we remember the birthday of our Queen Mother, Joan Horner, I am reminded of her love for each of us. Today, we recognize you. Whether you are a mom, a premier mom, a stepmom, a mom-to-be, plan-to-be, or a mom to your fur babies, we appreciate you, we love you, and we are blessed to serve you. Happy Mother's Day, love your premier family. So this is from us. So everybody's going to get one. You can pick your colors, whatever, but I'll pass them out. So it's just something special that we're doing for all y'all. Mother's Day was yesterday, and today's Joan's birthday.
Candy, grab me a hot pink.
I'm way back here.
Alright, so there's Tammy. Purple.
It has to be at least 5 at retail.
Oh, at least, okay, 5
And
or greater.
Beth just reminded me too, her husband is amazing. She got no wow.
I love it.
That was my reaction too. Our kids go to the same school, and she did a news that their spring play Friday night. And these were sitting on her table, and he made them in like 5 minutes because he does graphics. He does graphic design and
Awesome.
Can I borrow this?
and so if y'all are interested, he also did this banner.
Sorry, thank you.
If it's something,
Love it.
if it's something you're interested in, just I guess just talk about. Right. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Raise your hand.
And then give one to Monica.
So, her email is. Or you just give them. Huh? I can just give them. It's Bling by Beth. Not at Yahoo. At hotmail.com. I've been emailing some random person. What is it again? Bling by Beth at Hotmail. And then they're up here if you want to look at them after training. Just be careful. All right, next we have Tammy. Now let's play Okay. I'm going to do the devotion tonight, and it's from Joan's book, Joan's devotion book. If you guys don't have this, you can get it from the service store. And it's a great devotion, even if you're not a premier jeweler, but it's really special. This book is really special to us because it was written by our founder, Joan Horner. And today's is very special because it's a birthday one. So the topic today is time enough, and it's the verse is from Psalm 90:12. It says, "Teach us to make the most of our time, so that we may grow in wisdom." Every May 12th, I pass another milestone. I have a birthday. Time has a way of flying by, doesn't it? I mean, it goes by fast. Sometimes we complain of an acquaintance or colleague who engaged us in conversation. She took so much of my time. In saying that, we are acknowledging that time is our greatest possession. We are like Napoleon, who said, "Ask me for anything but my time." Yes, our time is precious, but how should we make the best use of it? We all have the same number of minutes in an hour and the same number of hours in a day. So we need to buy opportunities with our time. We need to share our time with someone who needs us. We usually are glad to give of our skills, our energy, and even our money, but when it comes to giving our time, well, we're often stingy. Yet nothing is ever accomplished without giving of our time. Life is short, that's true, but we make it shorter by wasting time. Let's determine not to waste 1 minute. Let's commit to stop hoarding our hours. Let's not save our time, let's give it away. And then her making it personal is, how can I make the most of what's left of this day and of this week? It's from Joan. Thank you, Tammy. You're welcome. All right, we will open up in prayer. Where's Tammy open? Mary, you're next. We're going to open up in prayer. Lord, thank you so much for this day, and thank you just for letting us join together. Lord, and I just pray that whatever's going on in each of these ladies' lives, Lord, that you would just help us to not worry, to not stress, Lord, but just to rest in you and just to rest in your love. And Lord, that we would just be able to have some peace here today and just have some fellowship and be lifted up and encouraged by one another. We love you so much. It's in your name. Amen.
All right, well, who is here for the first time to hear about Premier? Okay, you're already enjoying it. You don't count, we already got you. Well, what I want to do tonight is talk to y'all about a fun new way to share the opportunity within your home show. A lot of times when you're trying to share the opportunity, you're trying to get on everybody's schedule, and it's a little bit of a challenge. If you're a new jeweler, you're trying to schedule between your schedule, their schedule, and your Premier Mom schedule to try to get it all done together. So this is a neat way to do it within your home show, and you're actually sharing the full marketing plan at your show, okay? So you've heard of 6 minutes to win it, some of you have. And that's kind of where it touches on the highlight, and then when you're in your show, it kind of helps to find the people that you really want to go spend the time with after the show to talk to. Well, this right here is a fun way for you to find those ladies that night. This is actually something from a conference call that I listened to from Kathy Allen. She's a senior leader. She's actually an executive director, right, Candy? Been in a long, long time in Premier. We got to pick her brain while we were on the cruise. She told Judy that she was doing everything wrong. With her OP, she told me everything in my business. Yep, I was wrong in some things that I was thinking, and I thank you for agreeing with me. I knew something was screwed up. And she said, yeah, it is. But hey, she's been around 20-something years. I'm going to listen to her. And so she had this conference call talking about an after party, okay? And how many of you do the purse game? Who does purse games? Okay. Purse game is something we're trying to teach all of our new jewelers, bless you, how to do because it is so simple. It's a really easy format, and it's very teachable to new jewelers. So this is coming out of your purse game. So when you get to the letter A, instead of saying accessories like I normally would do, you say after party. Okay, so it's towards the end of your show, and you'll go, okay, ladies, it's the letter A, and they're all digging in their purses. A stands for after party. All right? And so what we're going to do is after our show is over, we're going to get together. We're going to shop for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to set a timer, and she really does. And we're going to do some shopping for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then afterwards, we're going to go and have a little after party. And I'm going to share all about what I do. And for everybody that joins me for the after party, you're going to be in a drawing for a beautiful bracelet. Now, you can do a charm bracelet, you can do a tennis bracelet, you can do a bracelet out of the catalog. Do what works within your budget, but just remember, if you want to build a business, you're going to need to spend a little money, okay? And if you don't put the opportunity in front of people, you're never going to grow a business, all right? So do it based on what your budget is. So she goes into the after party. So let's just go from there. We're going to pretend like y'all are at my show. Boy, this is an awesome show. If we could all have shows like this, right? How much money y'all spending tonight? Okay. Well, ladies, my timer just went off. So everybody that is coming to my after party, y'all come on over, okay? It's going to take 10 minutes, and I'm going to share a little bit about what I do, just in case you know somebody. Now remember, just because you joined me tonight, you're going to get into my drawing for that beautiful bracelet, and you can pick anyone that you like, okay? Now, you're going to do the same format as your flip chart, okay? This is a flip chart, and I'm going to email this to everybody, just so you know. All right, so I want to go over the Premier Designs marketing plan with you. Well, why Premier? Why would you want to do Premier over all the other companies? It's additional income, you can be your own boss, and of course it's fun. You don't have inventory. This is your personal jewelry box. You can get out of debt, you have tax benefits, there are no sales quotas, you make lots of new friends, and it's a biblically based company. We also have an awesome golden guarantee that we offer all of our customers. Premier Design stands behind everything, every piece of jewelry for any manufacturing defect. And within your first 60 days, it's only $5 to replace that item plus tax. Isn't that awesome? Well, why did they pick jewelry? Okay, of all the things that they could affect, jewelry is a top-selling gift item. We wear the jewelry, we sell the jewelry. It always fits. And women love fashion, okay? It's easier to sell to a want than a need, and it's appealing to all ages. We also have an awesome hostess plan, and this is what's going to keep your business going, okay? All you have to have is $100 in retail orders, and that will qualify for hostess benefits. You're going to get $100 of bonus gift cards if you hold the show on your original date and you have $100 in pre-sales. That's going to give you $50 free. You're also going to get another $50 free when you have 3 future bookings. Okay, ladies? Your friends at this show are going to help you fill your calendar because this is so awesome and they are going to want that much free jewelry too. All the jeweler pays for those bonuses is $6. But see, you're going to get more. You get 4 to 8 items at half price. And you get 30% of the entire show total in free jewelry. And you as a jeweler, you're only going to pay $8 for that. And the reason you do that is because this is a business, and if Premier gave you all of that jewelry, you could get taxed on it. But if you pay this little $8 fee and the $6 fees for bonuses, they become write-offs. Okay? Now, I know y'all want to know how to make some money, right? Well, there's 2 ways in Premier that you can make some money. The first is to retail, and that's when you're going to your shows or you're out and about and people see your jewelry and they love it. Everything you retail, you earn 50% profit on. And everything you sell, you get paid as soon as you sell it. Isn't that awesome? But then there's a second way you're going to build a business. You will earn 10%. And so when you share your business and build a Premier family, you sponsor jewelers. You're going to receive 10% of their wholesale sales, 3 levels deep. So you earn 10% commission from Premier on the wholesale of each jeweler you sponsor. And it would be like having babies. No stretch marks. Then you earn 10% commission from the jewelers from their babies, your grandchildren. And then you also have great-grandbabies, okay? So we have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, 10%, 3 levels. Easy enough, right? And it is so easy to do this business. We offer our services in so many ways. You can do a home show. You can do a show in an office. You can have a craft fair. You can do a boutique or a fundraiser. Personal stylings, you can do catalog shows, you can wear the jewelry and sell the jewelry. All right, it is an easy, fun product. So what's the investment? All jewelers pay $3.95 to start their business. And this is a franchise licensing fee, but you also get lots of things with it. You're going to get a handbook, video and audio training. You're going to get literature, including catalogs, order forms, and materials that you need, like invitations. But here's the best part. You have an office with you. You're going to have accountants that file all of your state sales tax and do your reports for you each month. You're going to have customer service representatives there to help you. They will handle all of your personal shipping for free. And each order that you have is packaged and individually sent to your hostesses. And a jeweler's only website is at your fingertips. And ladies, we only pay $350 a year to renew all of those services and have that wonderful office staff there for us. Now, of course you're going to want to have some jewelry when you start your business, right? It's not a requirement, but if you're going to have a shoe store, you'll want some shoes in it. Same thing with your jewelry, and we now offer this awesome boutique. Your boutique is a $475 cost. It's a $1,300 value. You're going to get about 30 pieces of jewelry, but you're also going to get your carrying case, neck boards, bracelet bar, ring sizer, all sorts of things, a tablecloth, everything you need, your business in a bag, ready, set, go. And then, if you want, you can even add on collections or individual pieces based on your personal taste. And when you get this awesome boutique, it opens the doorway to get a 65% discount on anything you want. Now, if you choose to not do the boutique because you're that lady that's had tons and tons of shows for me and have lots of jewelry, you can just come on in and get your pieces at 50% off. Okay? Now, here's the deal. It's $395 to be a jeweler. It's $475 to get your boutique. That's about $870 plus tax. And we have financing available for those of y'all that would like it. On average, it's going to take about 4 to 6 shows to pay that back. You see how easy that is? So how do you get started? You're going to set a date with me for your training show. That's your birthday year. You're going to go online at premierdesigns.com, click on Join Our Family, fill out the application with my jeweler number, pick your boutique, find 6 people to have a show, and you are ready to go. Isn't that simple? Awesome, isn't it? Now, that's how easy this is to share. And how long did that take me? You can share your business in 10 minutes or less at your jewelry show And if you get confident in it, just read off your paper, give them the marketing plan to take home and read further. You do not have to go into tons and tons of detail. This flip chart has plenty of details in it. They're getting the numbers, they're getting the basics, they're getting the idea, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna follow up with them at the end, because this is their way to get to the bracelet, right? So, my guest here tonight, I'm gonna let you sign this, Jamie. And I'm running out of ink, so just where, you know, you can figure out his name. Well, you got a good one. Whoops, I'm sorry. Kelly, I think you can see where it says name. Okay, so this little survey, what I would like for you ladies to do is fill out your survey, and if you will see, the top part is information about yourself, and then there's this number 1 that says, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you find yourself? 10, sign me up. 1 is not for me. 5, I can't say. You're not allowed to say 5. That's what that means, okay? So I want you to put on a scale of 1 to 10 where you find yourself right now, and then question number 2, what's your biggest reservation or concern? Go ahead and fill that out, and then hand it to me for the drawing, okay? So that's what you would do at your shows. This is going to tell you information that they may not personally tell you, all right? And when you look on the scale, and you see that somebody just came in for the bracelet because they're like a 2, thank them for listening and offer, you know, will you please be a referral center for me? I love referrals. If you see somebody that is 7 on up, you need to take time to talk to that person. You need to look and see what's the biggest concern that they have. What is going to get them to the 10? You want to ask them that night, what will get you to the 10? And listen to what they say, and you start working with them. The majority of the population is going to say money. And so if that is their answer, say if money's not an option, or money's not an issue, where are you? And they will most likely say that 9 or 10. And so you start working on them with the money plan and so forth. But this is a great way to get prospects at your show, and you're not having to set an appointment to initially go out to talk to them just to find out they're really not interested. If they're not interested at that show and then they hear the numbers, they see the excitement, and they're up there, they are well worth meeting with. And if there are 1 or 2, you didn't waste time going to coffee or anything else. Not that it's ever a true waste, but y'all, we are busy. So if you can find a way to work things within your show, it's going to save everybody that time and energy. Okay? So afterwards, you would just do your drawing, go straight back into your shopping time, let them have fun. But you want to stress at your shows, ladies, I'm just going to take 5 to 10 minutes of your time, and you're going to get to go on this drawing for a beautiful bracelet just for listening to what I do. Okay? Anybody have any questions on how it works? Yes.
I think my Julie was telling me about this. Kathy went through their April roundup and was training on this. She only does the guest surveys in this portion of her show, correct? She doesn't do a guest survey.
I don't think so.
in
It's
the
1.
regular
I
press
think
part?
it's 1.
It's just
Right.
only during the after party, not any other time.
Correct.
So, okay.
Her surveys are totally different. This is not the survey that she uses. I chose to use this one to show y'all because I would be using it outside of, okay, I would be surveying as well. I've done this one time. I wouldn't gauge if it's successful or not off of one time because you have to learn and get comfortable with doing it. But not everybody wants to go into that after party. And if you miss the opportunity to get that survey, it's done. It's gone.
So while people
Yeah.
are shopping, Tammy, you're physically separating yourself out with a
No.
group? How does that look?
No, I'm giving them, I tell them we're gonna have a 15 to 20 minute shopping window. I'm setting a timer. When it goes off, we're gonna have our after party. And you just do it right there.
Everybody just sit around.
Everybody there, yes.
So, when do you write orders?
You write orders while they're shopping then, and you let them know as soon as the after party's over, you'll get back to shopping. You make it very clear as you're inviting them to the after party that this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna shop. If you would like to be, if you would like to hear more and get into this drawing for a bracelet, we're gonna do this after party. It'll take 5 to 10 minutes just to learn about what I do, and then we'll go right back to shopping. And you can also have your hostess involved in that where she's helping you write tickets. If you teach her ahead of time how to work that as well, yeah.
Would this then replace, D for Dream Job or another letter
No, no,
in
no.
the purse game?
No.
Or
No, because this
Okay.
is, you've done everything within your show to catch them. This is just, to bring it all together and get that extra offer out there so that you share the entire.
So you're still
business.
doing big money, okay.
So instead of 6 minutes.
Yeah, this is like instead of 6 minutes.
Instead of 6 minutes at the end of the show, you would do this, and it's not a requirement for the people. You're asking them, but you're giving them an incentive to be there. And I'm not going elsewhere. I'm just doing it right there, so that everybody's hearing it, whether they want to or not. If they want to get up and leave, they can get up and leave. But the ones that said they wanted to be in the after party, they'll be in my draw.
Why would you let them shop first? Why wouldn't you just go ahead and do this?
Because some people don't want to be involved and don't want to wait extra time. You give them an option.
You could tell those people, like, if you want to say, hey, everyone that wants to stay, we're gonna do the after party. This is what A's for. Anyone else, go ahead and head to the table and shop. And then,
Yeah, I mean,
as soon as I
people are
finish
gonna
up,
shop
I'll
and
get your ticket.
Go ahead and write them up while they're shopping.
Because most people are gonna take longer than your short window of time to do this, to look through the book and to look through the table.
I don't typically cut people off from shopping unless they're just sitting there playing and talking and not on track. I will try to reel them back in. But if they are truly shopping, I don't cut people off. There are some jewelers that set a shopping window and do prizes for every ticket that's turned in and have successful businesses. That's not how I choose to do mine. So you have to pick what works for you. But I've got the conference call, it's got the flip chart, it's got every bit of it together, tied in. And I'll have that emailed out to everybody so you can listen to it and see how you want to work it within your own business. It's just another option for you to get it out there, especially if you're focused on building. And remember, building a business is not just an opportunity for you. You're blessing other people that don't have any idea what Premier is. You've got to get out there and share it because so many people need this. It's not about lining our pockets. It's about sharing this opportunity so that other people aren't struggling. Okay? All right.
Shirley's up.
Well, I guess on that note, that's a pretty good one. I'm talking about sponsoring. I feel very unqualified and honored just to be asked. I'm just a normal girl that likes to talk a lot, and I like people. So fortunately, that runs parallel with sponsoring because it's pretty much what you do every day if you're a friendly woman. It's just you add business in. Okay, so the joy of sponsoring. Y'all, honestly, sponsoring is my favorite side of Premier. I love it more than home shows because it's the relational part. So I meet lots of friends. We'll be best friends for life. So I've met lots of friends, and I just enjoy being around women and hanging out anyways. And then this is kind of like on the sides. And then you're hanging out without just, jewelry shows. Oh, cry, girl. Okay. So what I did is I jotted down some notes, and this would seem a little bit more formal, plus I have pregnancy brain, so I forget everything like every 5 seconds. So I figured I'd jot some stuff down. And some of y'all, we've talked about these things, but some things to be successful when it comes to sponsoring from my perspective, one is to be willing. I think as a woman, sometimes we lack some confidence. I think sponsoring takes confidence in yourself as a leader, confidence in God to know that He's going to give you the ability to lead others, and confidence in Premier's ability to meet other people's needs. Once you begin to be successful in your business and you really grab hold of what Premier is and that it is more than money, but it is about community, it is about, relationship, and, some of us like recognition. Those things make us feel good. There's so much more to Premier than just making money. And I think once it begins to change your life on the inside out, just naturally that should just be shared. But you have to be willing, because a lot of times we don't want to open ourselves up to other people in our lives. We like being walled off. So you have to be willing to open up. Number 2 is pray, y'all, and it's not just like, what's my business? Amen. I pray all the time. That's right. You gotta start somewhere. But literally, God's hand is on it. If you're in this room, there's a reason, and the Lord loves us all. So there's a reason that we're in it. For all of us, I think it's different. I think it probably changes. But I ask the Lord to lead me. I literally wake up thinking about my business. I tell Candy sometimes too much so, because I'll wake up and go, and the Lord's like, remember me? And I'm like, oh, yes, Lord. Okay. And then I'll think about my business. It's exciting, but you need to ask God to bless your business and to bring women specifically into your life that need Premier. We don't know what the reason is. It may appear something to us that we may think it is, and it may be way deeper. Like, for me, it was to pay off debt and income. But what I've gained in relationship and, meeting Candy and Tammy and Brooke and the relationships that I'm beginning to develop for my family is so much deeper than just an income need. I mean, her daughter watched my baby for me to go to this trip, and her daughter doesn't even know me, and I couldn't find a family member to do it. You know, that's what Premier is. It goes way beyond. So we have to be, you know, listening to the Lord and aware of the women that we're around, because sometimes it is deeper than just, you know, they need an extra paycheck. The Lord might have you strategically in their life for a reason. And then number 3, have consistent home shows for a couple reasons. For one, you need to be in front of women if you're going to talk to people about the business. 2 is, for me, I feed off of my own success. So when I'm having good shows and I'm doing well, it keeps you pumped, because you're not going to brag about something that you're really wallowing in, you know. So if you're having a hard time booking, it's not to say that, you know, even if one show a week or one show every other week, if that's your consistency, then that's fine. It doesn't have to be, you know, 8, 10 shows a month. But if you're being consistent in your business and you're seeing it bless your life, that gives you something to talk about and to be genuine. You know, we don't want to go around sharing a business that we don't believe in ourselves. And for me, I didn't start sponsoring until 2 months ago, and the reason was because I'm a genuine person, and I'm not going to share something I didn't believe in myself. I needed to pay off my investment, and I needed to feel the Lord in it, and I needed to know it was real. And as soon as I did, that was when I began to share. Now, for some, like this rock star here, it may be sooner. You may get in, and you may know, this is the Lord, this is for women, this is, like with my babies, I'm like sponsoring the very beginning, don't be afraid to. Because now I see it. But you need to really just ask the Lord for that, to understand that this is bigger than we really, you know, can see. And then just to be working your personal business and get in front of people. Number 4, be open and honest. Women love genuineness. Sometimes I'm too real and open and wear my heart on my sleeve a little bit too much. So I was at her training show Saturday, and we were cutting up afterwards, and I said a few things, and then I went home and I was like, you know, maybe I should have held some of that stuff in. And not with her, she doesn't care. But, you know, women like that, to be genuine. You know, like, you can feel if a lady's kind of, we've all had that direct sales lady talk to us, and you're like, you know, it's not, there's not a connection there. And I actually was in Premier about 6 years ago, and the woman's very good in her business, but she had a hard time relationally connecting to me in Florida. And so when I signed back up, I couldn't sign under her, because I knew that I wouldn't do well. Which Candy's the opposite, God bless her, and she's very relational. And so, you know, women can feel that. There's no need to really have this skit or anything rehearsed. It's just about, like the leadership talks about, just living Premier. You're just genuine, you love people, it's doing something good for your life, and you talk about it openly. It's not like, you know, let me remember 10 facts about Premier that I can relate to you, and then you get nervous, and then they can feel it, and you know what I mean? So just be open and honest, and be willing, again, to let your guard down. And that's hard for us. But I think the longer you're in Premier and you do home shows, you really do genuinely build relationships with these people. So I think it gets easier kind of as you go. Let's see. Okay. Your passion and caring will go further with people than your knowledge and facts ever will. You know that popular saying, they're like, nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. That's very true. You know, I think the reason people sign with me is because I'm like, yay! And that's just, for one, I drink coffee before most shows, so I always want to still, 7 months pregnant, and they're like, you're drinking liquid coffee, espresso? Sure am. Okay, and I write it off. I don't know if that's legal. I'll have to ask her. But for me, that's a must, okay? So if there's any ladies in the room, you're feeling a little icky, go get an espresso from Starbucks, drink it, you'll be coffee high, you'll be good. At my shows, I drink coffee. It helps me be more relational. Can anybody else drink coffee? Okay, y'all understand.
I got the approval for my spark today.
So I drink coffee, I'm serious. Almost every show I drink the coffee, and I drink it because it just relaxes me. You know, for some women, it's whatever, wine or whatever. I don't do all that. I drink espresso, okay? So I drink the coffee at my show. Where was I? Y'all let me see. Okay, just.
Can you repeat that last one, passion? Passion and
Your
caring.
passion and caring will go further with people than your knowledge and facts ever will. So, like, when the first couple of women that I signed, they would say things like, you're such a good saleswoman. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to be. That's not who I am. And it wasn't because I was trying to sell them something. It was just because I was very excited about what I was doing. Okay, so in the beginning, if you're just getting Premier, drink coffee. And then once you learn more about Premier, continue to drink coffee. I think you probably won't have one. And then continue to drink coffee, especially on the hard days. Get an extra shot. But the more you, in all seriousness, the more you learn about Premier, the more it just comes naturally. You're excited about it because it's working for you and because, you know, this matters. So just love people. I mean, it's pretty simple. That's my number 5, y'all. Love others. Premier, and more specifically, God wants us as women to love and look after each other. That's big. We don't know, you know, what's going on in other ladies' lives, how many friends they have, how many real friends they have. They might not have any. And here you come, Miss Hostess. Well, now you're her friend. So, you know, we need to love each other and look after one another. If you're working your business consistently and immersing yourself in the community, which is this, that Premier has made possible, then you are gaining something. So we need to soak that in. This is a blessing and an honor. I don't know about y'all, but this is big for me in my life. So we need to just be grateful and share that. And then be willing to share with those around you in a laid-back way regularly. Again, it doesn't have to be this uptight, you know, let's sit across from each other and it's really awkward. Just openly in my life, I know a lot of women who need Premier, and a lot of women say no for whatever reason. But I honestly, like, I talked to a girl this morning actually about the business, and she just had her second baby and quit her job and needs income. She's totally not interested in direct sales, but I talked to her about the business anyways. And when we stopped talking, I prayed and I said, Lord, if it's right for her, then you speak to her and move. You know, because essentially you never really know what's going on in their lives, but it might be right down the line. Like Brooke, you said, what, it took you 2-3 years to sign. So, you know, you just share openly, and I like what Gail Foster said. You know, if they're ready, there's no pushing involved. Monica came to me after the show. I did an OP right there on the spot, and she signed. Like, this was for her life, you know, and I think probably 3 out of my 4 jewelers that have signed, that was how it was. It was like, ready. So, you know, you just need to pray that the Lord brings you in front of the right people, and then just be genuine. And then Premier really in itself is a ministry. I didn't really get that because for me, I've done ministry in the past, but it was always free ministry. I never understood how God and business could intertwine. That didn't make sense to me if there was money being exchanged and it wasn't love. And part of that for me, I think, is because I come from poverty in a lot of ways. And so y'all have heard about like poverty mentality where you kind of don't think you deserve to live a better life. And even though I never really admitted that out loud, I think some of that was probably ingrained in me. I was a teen mom. I worked very hard from the very beginning. And so it was hard for me to understand that if money exchanged hands, it didn't mean that that wasn't love. And honestly, I really, before I signed again with Premier, I had to ask the Lord to break that off of me because I had to understand that just because it was business did not mean that his hand wasn't on it. And then I think it was your husband on this trip, Brooke, Jimmy said something about, like, there's no other way, that's how it should be. You know, everything should be intertwined with the Lord. There shouldn't be separate sections of your life. And now I'm beginning to understand that because, you know, I meet women. I had a hostess a couple weeks ago whose daughter's a meth addict. She lives in Chateau Alon. You would never know that. You would never know that looking at her, meeting her family. But we built a relationship, and I pray for her daughter when she has court dates. You know, and I never would have met her. And I don't know if she was praying or goes to church. I didn't ask. But I allow myself to be vulnerable, to ask questions, and most women honestly respond and they need it. They like soak in the love, you know. Last one, number 6. Premier is not for everyone. I had to learn this early on because when I first started the business and things were rocking and rolling, I was making all kinds of money. Like my best friend, okay, and she's not here, so I can talk about her. I was like, girl, you gotta get in it. You know, she makes $12 or $13 an hour, works very hard, has 4 children. I'm like, you gotta get in it, She was not having it. I called Candy, I was like, what do? I'm trying not to get offended, but I'm getting offended. You know? And she's like, listen, my best friend didn't sign either. It's not for everyone. And I had to take a step back and understand that. When we had a training, Gail Foster had everybody like do this little demonstration. Some of y'all were there, and they were like, you know, if you love parachute, stand up or whatever, you know. And she said, listen, if I was giving away a free parachuting trip, okay, I'm not going to talk anybody into it who's just completely against it. That's not, and the same thing with Premier. You're not going to talk anybody into it. That's not the point of the business, because honestly, now that I'm signing jewelers, you don't want to baby jewelers that don't want to be babied. So let people come in that are ready for it and that God's ready for. But, you know, you don't have to convince anybody, but it's not for everyone. You have to respect that. So I openly share with everyone. This is a part of my life. Just like Jesus, when you get saved, you're all zealous and everybody's annoyed because you're always talking about Jesus. Okay, same thing with Premier. I mean, it's exciting, it's fun, it's a part of your life, it's benefiting your family. You just openly share with everybody. If it offends people, they'll walk away. Some it does. And that's okay. I still have lots of Premier friends. So, you know, but it's not for everybody. So you do have to, you know, just listen to the Lord and listen to women and what their needs are and stuff, and then just continue to share it. So that's it.
Okay, Shirley, oh my goodness, that, awesome.
Look, I brought this, Kenny, admit it. What time did you call me? Tell me. No, go ahead, y'all, listen.
She was supposed to call you.
Yeah, Mom. What time did you call me? About 4:45 today. And she goes, hey, you just want to jot down a couple points, you're talking about sponsoring night. I said, okay. And thank y'all, I did.
I told her to call you.
I said just wing it like you.
Y'all, just so you know, I mean, you see why she's so, I can't talk, so successful. I enjoyed during that training. Thank you so much for sharing. And just, I know I've talked to a few new jewelers who are concerned about the business and the intermingling the two. One thing that I learned very early, because my heart is also ministry, and one thing I very early learned from Andy Horner, he asked this question: should you first have a ministry or should you first have a business? He says you should first have a business. And here's the reason, and that really surprised me, because I know a lot of you haven't met Andy yet, but his heart is just so strong for the Lord. And he started Premier because he says, I'm going to pay my people more, and they're not going to have any quotas, and they're going to have the best business plan out there, so they'll stay in the longest, and maybe someone will hear Jesus before they get out. But the reason he says that is, in order for people to take you seriously, they need to respect you as a businesswoman. Because what you do is you represent Premier as a businesswoman. You represent Premier. That is what you are. So you have to have a business that can be respected before you are able to have a ministry. So you need to realize that and recognize that God has given you a business first so that then he can bless you with ministry. And that really stuck with me and with Jimmy, that is how you put the two together. That you've got to be respected in the community, and that's with every business. Because we are not a Christian company, there's no such thing. We are biblically based, there are Christian people. And it is how people respect you out in the community and respect your business. Is whether they're able to see beyond that, to see you, because they're meeting you and they don't know you. So does that make sense? I thought that was really profound. All right, so next we have Judy, and I have lost my phone, so if anyone sees it, it is my timekeeper.
8:37.
I'm going to do the sponsoring portion of my show. I do a different show. I don't do the purse game. Mine is the 10 questions. And I give out 10 cards to the guests, and if there's less than 10, some of them give 2 cards. And so they ask me a question, and I give them the answer. And I have a script. I hold the script, but I know it by heart. So we're going to start with the sponsoring card. So does anybody have another question? Oh, yeah.
I need some money.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
So is it possible to add 10,000 to my income as a Premier jeweler?
It is. It really is.
Tell me, girl, tell me.
Okay. Yeah. Do you remember when I said before, talked about what my average home show is? Do you remember what I said? How much I said it was? That's okay. We talked about a lot of things. It was 500. So what's 50% of 500?
250.
250. Well, you know what, Ashley? Since you're sitting right here, I'm going to give you 250. So put your hand out. 100, 200. That's 250. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, so now, you know what? You're a jewelry lady, and you had an $800 show. How much did you make? 400. Put that hand out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just for being a jewelry lady and playing in the jewelry like me. Okay? All right, now, you know what? You work a full-time job. You do. You're level on. You sit down on your desk. You got a couple co-workers that thought that they were stealing that from you because they wanted to look at it. Guess what? They placed a $100 order. How much did you make?
$50.
$50. What'd you do for that?
Nothing.
Nothing. I'll be darned, okay? Yeah, it's amazing. And you know what, Karen? You were hanging out at Starbucks with a couple girls, because his hostess just, didn't want to clean her house. So she had a couple girls come by, and they bought $200 worth of jewelry. How much did you make?
100.
And you were only there an hour. Okay, when was the last time somebody gave you $100 just for working an hour? Okay, pretty easy, right? So Premier is really unique because we make 50% of everything we sell. Yes, I'll say it again. We make 50% of everything we sell. And you know what? It's instant income. I bet you have a car payment due this week, don't you? And you're about $200 short, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, yes, $400 payment, you got 200. Where's the other 200 coming from? Guess what? From Premier. All you gotta do, 4 hours, okay, is an average show. Now here's what's even better. All this jewelry that I have that you see sitting on the table, that's not inventory. That's mine, okay? It's samples. So I get to wear my jewelry every day and look good, and I don't have to worry about having stuff that I may not sell and using money that I don't have. We have no inventory, no quotas. You know what? You might need to have the month of June off. That's okay, take it off, don't worry. Hopefully you have some shows booked for July. But don't worry about it. You know, you got a lot going on, and no one's going to call you and say, this place no one's fun. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we have no inventory, we have no quotas, no minimums, no territories, and go wherever you want to sell. You have a family in Ohio, don't you?
Yes.
Right, okay, and you know what? You took a trip to Ohio, you had a $600 show. How much did you make? $300. There you go. You know what? You were on vacation, so that's more spending. Okay, so that's how easy it is. Again, we make 50% of everything we sell. Nobody else makes 50%, and no one's putting it on a Visa or a check, and you're waiting for it. You get paid immediately. So that's how we make money in Premier. So I'm an Indian giver, so I'm going to give you back. You can take back your money, okay? But you know what? We can talk later, and you can make your own, because, you know, I can't make any more of this. My printer is there. So, okay, who has the next question?
I do.
Oh, okay.
How can I find out more about being a Premier jeweler?
Talk to me. And I forgot my whole thing. But I'm going to give you this little brochure. Now, ladies, it's just a piece of paper. Okay, comes with the no stalking guarantee. It's not going to stand outside your window and go, woo, I'm here. Okay, it's not going to prank call you, nothing like that. It's just a piece of paper. So if you want to know a little bit more about Premier, you can just talk with me. We'll set a time, and that's it. Really, that's it. So, oh, there you go. So
That's what it was like.
that one, but I
You
use
use the
I
mini
use
now?
the mini.
I
Yeah.
had so many of these actually.
Okay, yeah, no, I use the minis. By doing that, I have been averaging 2 to 3 people at every show interested in Premier. Because really, 50%, okay, nobody else pays 50%. You don't have inventory, so you haven't put money, into anything before you tell them. So they're interested, and I have right now, I think it's 6 or 7 ladies that we're trying to get together to, but they're telling me on my survey, and I use a different survey too, on my survey that they want to hear more, and they like that it's no, and they laugh when they see no stalking. So, but it's really simple, and I show, you had a regular show, you had a larger show, you did work, and then I did Starbucks with you. So by doing that, I show them that you don't have to be in a living room anymore. You can go anywhere and do a jewelry show. I use the analogy, just sit there, throw it out on the table, and play. That's it. So it's that simple. Anybody have any questions? I'm done.
All right, rally lady, if you're hiding my Here, you can just check it after. I'll say yours. All right. Is it what? Fall out? Okay.
It's 8:40.
It's 8:40. Thank you.
She was in her house.
Well, she's gonna certainly is on back here.
So,
Turn and check.
turn her back.
Okay. All right, ladies, as I get all my stuff organized here.
I'm calling. I'm hearing something buzzy here too.
Oh, okay.
If everybody just holds their breath for 2 seconds.
There it is. Woo!
Should we clap for that?
Yes. April, we nailed it. Okay. You know, moms can't be without their phone for 5 minutes. You know, I don't know what my mom did, but what's her face? We did have a bag phone. Did they have a bag phone?
Yep.
I remember it like got invented. My dad brought one home, and I was like, wow. All right. Okay, ladies. So a huge part of your business is customer care calls, and especially for a new jeweler business, it is just making those relationships and building those connections with not just your hostesses, but with your customers. And this is something that we learned at Rally a few years ago. And bless April, I love her to pieces. She said, Brooke, do you really do those customer care call things? So my answer was, well, you should do that. It's really, really good for your business. And I know you need bookings. And it's a great way to get those connections to your bookings. And then I thought, she's not going to do it, because guess who wasn't doing it? You. Because I have been in Premier for a really long time and teaching old dog new tricks. When she learns the new tricks, sometimes it's hard to incorporate them. So I started incorporating them a couple months ago, and I made myself a little customer care log sheet because I know that y'all aren't going to do them if I'm not doing it. So I started doing it, and I will tell you, it has been an awesome thing. Just people's reaction, I'm going to explain the whole thing. People's reaction to it has been like, oh, thanks. So, and one little note about me, for those of you who don't know me, I am naturally a quiet, well, y'all probably did notice we're all sitting up here. I'm naturally a little more quieter than some of these other girls up here. Naturally a little shyer. And just getting on the phone and cold calling people, not my comfort zone. Okay, so this was a big step for me. So customer care calls, what that means, Elizabeth Draper trained on it a couple of years ago, and with every customer, this is what she does, and I wrote this and I hung it on my bulletin board. 2 days after the home show, she calls every customer, and she just leaves a message. And really, y'all, I've done this for a few shows, and you really do just leave a message. And she just says, thanks. I just want to thank you so much. I kind of leave something like, thank you. Or, hang on. This is Brooke Woodward with Premier Jewelry. I enjoyed meeting you at Janice Jewelry Show. And I just want to thank you so much for supporting my family. I enjoyed meeting you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. That's it. I don't really say a whole lot more than that. Just thank you for supporting my family, and I enjoyed meeting you. That is all. If they answer the phone, don't ask about their dog and their cat and everything else. They're really busy, and it's really just, thank you, I enjoyed meeting you. And their first reaction is, what does she want? Wow. There is no what does she want. It's, wow. Huh. I kind of like that jewelry lady. Because you just met her, right? And you build relationships with these ladies at your shows. And you hate that you build relationships and you don't ever see them again. So you want to keep these relationships connecting. You want to keep them connecting through. And this is a way to do that. And so even if they're just hearing that message, they hear your voice, they're like, oh, wow, I remember that jewelry lady. She brainwashed me to remember her name. And she jewelry is at her house. Hope you enjoy it. Okay? That's it. She said, wow, that's pretty kind. She let her know. All right. And then you want to send some fun mail. It's maybe like a month after this show. Sending fun mail is like the style guides or the little mini catalog or just something fun like that. You can do fun mail. You can attach a little coupon to it. You know, like $5 off your next order, or you know, some little cute song. And then, so when they get it, they open it up and it's fun, and they're like, "Oh, that jewelry lady, she's fun. That's her. She brainwashed me." So guess what they're thinking now? Who is their jewelry lady now at this point? And they thought, well, she's nice, she's kind, she's fun, right? Okay, so then 2 months after the show, you're calling, and it's just a customer service call. And you're just calling to let her know, just say, hey, this is Brooke. We met at Jan's Jewelry Show, and I just wanted to see how your jewelry's holding up.
Here I have it, but we don't have a whole lot of time, so I want to cover that. But it's a very good one, kind of like a side way to hit people. That's even better than fundraisers because you're not giving away your profit. So anyway, but I'll go over it more. Everyone wants to know, but I wanted to at least doing it. I personally sat with Karen and we did it, and she had great success from it. But you kind of just want to first determine your why. If you're doing this as a leader, you want to do it as a partner up with your person, or if you want to do it for yourself, just determine why you're doing it, because you want to be able to say that in your phone call or in, you know, when you're talking to the person. Part of the verbiage that we'll send out is actually asking for a huge favor. Well, that favor needs to then be followed with, you know, for me, I'm now going to be calling people and saying, well, I'm trying to get my business going before Christmas gets here because we're adding a new baby to the family, and I need to make sure I have, you know, whatever covered. So I can add that in, and people are like, oh, I want to help her out. You know, or, you know, my husband lost his job, or, you know, this is for my family. We don't have any other way. Things like that, you know, paying off a wedding. Whatever it may be, do not be afraid to tell people. Us as women want to help someone. I don't know why, but we always want to help someone. It doesn't make a difference. Like, just know that that pulls on people's heartstrings. It's not a negative. Like, Brooke now in her phone calls is saying, thank you for helping my family. Like, you know, it's blessing their family. So those little things make all the difference.
Can I throw something? I've been following some of the girls on Facebook. They'll just, the Premier Divas, I like to call them. They're always posting something cool, so I'm stealing. So if y'all steal mine, we're stealing. Anyway, it's okay. We put it out there on purpose to try to get y'all excited. But I did something for 5, like, catalog shows, trying to get it going. I thought, well, I don't really do catalog shows, but I'm going to try to do this. And so I had 4 people take me up on it, and I had 1 that was a success. But this girl, I went to school with her sister. I don't know this lady at all, okay? But she's a Facebook friend. And so I would be praying for somebody, and we have mutual friends, and so she'll talk to me, and I'll say something to her. Well, she just kept saying, I just want to help you. I know how this stuff works. I just want to help you. And so she, at first, was disappointed that she had only had like $100 in orders, but then she kept on. And so it ended up being around 3, but she got me a booking from somebody I've never met in my life this month.
Yeah.
So y'all, talk to people on Facebook, create those relationships, and don't be afraid to put stuff out there thinking that, well, gosh, when I joke and say, yeah, here comes another premiere post, it's because we're blessed by it. Share it and offer those things, and don't be discouraged if people don't take you up on it. They're watching you.
Yes.
And just keep doing it because it does come in. Yeah, so those are good things.
Yeah, it definitely does. So when you determine your why, and you have to share that, you also then second want to set up a mystery show, and it needs to be within the next 45 to 60 days. 10 to 14 days out. So set up a mystery show within the next 10 to 14 days. So on your calendar, it'll be at your house, or it can be a Starbucks if you don't want to do it at your house. Okay, invite them to the local Mexican restaurant. I don't really care. But have somewhere where you're inviting the people. And that'll make sense in a minute. And then you want to go ahead and highlight the next 45 to 60 days out in your calendar what shows you're going to be doing. So tab them if you're doing a tab system. Okay, but then have your list of your shows that are available. And then at that point you get on the phone, once you have your mystery show booked and you know your why, get on the cell phone and just start calling people. You start in the A's, and I'm going to tell you, you have to go through A through Z, and as much as Karen wanted to, can we not go to her? Can we skip her? This is whoever. And Karen wanted to skip. And I'm like, no, you got to call these people. You get like 4 outs. Now, I understand if it's your baby's daddy's wife or whatever, okay? You gotta call her. You're pass on that one, all right? But anybody else, okay? So, I mean, we got those in our phone, so people. So, I promise I won't make you call her, but you need to call. She didn't want to call the florist from her wedding from like however many years ago, but she did, and that lady was more than willing for her to come up and do something at the shop. It was her busy season. She gave her referral to another place that does a lot of lady events. So she had all kind of, just from that one phone call. Then she started calling some other people, and she was forced to make those phone calls. But those are people that, it don't matter how long ago you knew them, do you remember me for such and such? Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm restarting my business, or I'm getting my business started. Could you help me? I need a huge favor. And so the phone verbiage, you want to just kind of, this is online, and a lot of people probably have seen it, but it's under booking tools and under booking bootcamp verbiage. But it's starting or restarting your premier business. And basically the very first part is, you know, hey Stephanie, this is Candy, do you have a second? Okay, I won't keep you about a minute, but I'm actually calling to ask you a huge favor. And then pause. Okay, and then you say I'm launching, relaunching, restarting, whatever verbiage you want to use as far as that goes. My premier jewelry business, and tell them why. Okay, that's why you need to know your why. Okay, explain. This is what I need. Here's my favor. I need 2 friends who could let me come over, set up my jewelry on their kitchen table, and just invite a few friends over to play in the jewelry. It doesn't have to be a big deal, just you and a few friends. I can give you some jewelry for free just for helping me out. What do you think? And so it's very just laid back and just easy for her. Let her reply, and if she says yes, and you say, oh wow, thank you so much, and her name. And then I really appreciate it. And then the first 2 dates on my calendar that I need to fill are May 18th and 21st, or whatever. And then you could you look at these dates and see if either work for you. You give her 2 dates at a time. So then she says what works for her, and if she can't do either one, but she decides that Thursday works better for her, then you move to your next 2 dates. We'll also have these. Does that work better for you? And usually they can decide, yes, that works, because you're narrowing it down. So if they say no, you have the exact verbiage to handle, and we're talking about confidence. You just roll, okay? Like, it just rolls off your tongue. If she says no, then you say, oh, well, that's okay. I totally understand. There's another way that you might be able to help me. And then you go into hosting. I'm hosting a mystery show on this day. You already have it on the calendar. Could you come and bring a friend with you, because they like to come with friends? Okay, so invite them to that. And then, could I send you an invitation? Let me get your updated email. And then you go ahead and get their updated email address. And then if they can't do that, then just say, I'm sad you can't make it, pause. And then, do you think you could I could put a catalog in the mail to you. I love referrals. And you could just pass out around the catalog. So there's a whole nother verbiage for the catalog. And for those that get nothing but answer machines, depending on when you make your phone calls, there's leave a message verbiage. And do not say with Premier, okay? If no one answers, you leave this message. Hey, it's Candy, or hey, Stephanie, it's Candy. I was calling to ask you a quick favor. When you get a chance, could you call me back and say your number? It's not a big deal, just a quick favor, thanks. Nothing else. They're going to text you, I'm watching TV, I'm watching the award show, I'm at a baseball game. What do you need? Oh, nothing, no big deal, just call me back when you get a second. I need a quick favor. That's it. Make them call you back. Okay, they will be like driven crazy because everybody texts. But make them call you back and get them on the phone. Then you say your favor. Okay? Because if you say, this is Candy with Premier, give me a call back when you get a second, I got a favor for you. They're going to know the favor. So, I mean, like, not to mention their awareness. I sell Premier, but just in case they don't, I can still go through my phone because I got 900 contacts. Literally.
So what's wrong with your calendar?
I have one phone. I'm be honest, like, but I know, I got on the phone, I brought my contacts to do the booking thing, and like, Brooke was amazed at like, what I was turning into shows, but I'm still following up with them to get their official dates, but it made a big deal for me, because I just got on the phone. So I know Premier works anytime I choose to work it, and so when I get lazy in my business, my calendar looks lazy, and if anybody got my, email or my newsletter, anybody's on my thing, it says something about if your business is, on life support or dying, it's because you're choosing not to work. So come to training, like get on the phone, and you will revive your business. Like you just will. You won't need all the machines. But the breathing machines, you won't need them. Your business will work if you try to work it. So anyways, this is great verbiage for you to use, and literally you got your plan A, B, and C. You want to practice it, rehearse it, get comfortable with it, but then you're just in a flow, and it's no big deal if they say no to a show. You move on to, okay, come to this. And, you know, that's just something, role play it with yourself, and then you literally can just make phone calls for 30 to 45 minutes. We did it, at, you know, around the 8 o'clock time frame, and literally 8 to 8:30 is a great time to get people on the phone. And I had one girl that used to tell me she called everybody Sunday afternoons. It was the only time she could get people on the phone with her 3 kids running around everywhere, and she got people on the phone and bookings without a problem. So do what works for you. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to go over it with you. But seriously, just pick up the phone and do these things, and don't be afraid to call those people. Those not so best friends will be more willing to help you than your best friends and family will, I promise. So, we do have a couple last minute announcements. I know we're over time, but we are going to be doing some fun stuff this summer. So Tammy, when is your pool open?
I don't know yet.
Okay. It should be in the next week or 2. We will have Tuesday at pool days for anyone that doesn't work and wants to come or wants to play hooky and be sick on Tuesday. We'll be at Tammy's pool, working and having fun.